In a small snowy village where the streets were lined with twinkling lights and the air was crisp with the scent of pine, lived a young girl named Ellie. Ellie loved Christmas more than anything, but this year, with her family struggling to make ends meet, the usual joy of the season seemed out of reach. One chilly December evening, while walking home from school, Ellie noticed a small, shivering puppy in an alley, its eyes wide with fear and hunger. Despite her own family's tight budget, Ellie knew she couldn't leave the little creature out in the cold. She scooped the puppy into her coat, whispering promises of warmth and safety. At home, she shared her find with her parents. Her mother's eyes softened, but she sighed. "We can barely feed ourselves, Ellie." Her father, however, seeing the determination in Ellie's eyes, nodded. "We'll manage," he said, and they agreed to keep the puppy, whom Ellie named Snowflake, for the tiny white spot on its forehead. Days passed, and while they couldn't afford gifts, Ellie's spirits were high. She spent every moment she could with Snowflake, teaching it tricks and sharing stories. On Christmas Eve, with no presents under the tree, Ellie felt a pang of sadness. But then, Snowflake trotted over with a small, chewed-up box in its mouth. Inside was a note Ellie had written months ago, a wish list for Christmas, including her biggest wish, for everyone to be happy. That night, as they sat around the modest tree, the family laughed at Snowflake's antics. Neighbors, noticing the lack of cheer in Ellie's home, brought over homemade cookies, a small tree ornament, and shared stories. Ellie realized that the true gift of Christmas wasn't under the tree. It was the warmth of love, the joy of giving, and the magic of togetherness. As they all fell asleep, Ellie felt richer than she ever had, knowing that the greatest present was the love that filled their home and the unexpected friend who brought them all closer together. Merry Christmas, everyone!